If there is no participant, then I request the Chief Minister to reply, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, at the very outset, I would like to thank the Honourable Member, Shri Charles Maranga, for the MLA from Mahati constituency, for tabling this short duration discussion under Rule 50, and the Honourable Member from Nongkrem for participating in it. Sir, again, I have a very long reply to this particular issue, but I will not go by the written reply, but I'll try to address the concerns that have been raised by the Honourable Members, sir. Sir, the first point that I would like to make in this entire issue is that the border differences is the reason why this particular situation has come up. So we need to realize as a House and as members that the precise reason and the tension that this particular issue is coming up in the areas of differences and the taxes that the people have to pay is because this border issue has not been resolved for the past 50 years. So what we need to realize, and what is ultimately the point that we are all coming to, and everything that all the members are saying, is we need to ultimately find a solution. And this kind of situations will keep coming up. We'll have different problems coming up and people will face different situations unless we find a solution. And therefore the arguments that have been mentioned by the different members is pointing towards the fact that the government must, at the end of the day, find a solution to these areas of differences. So before I go into the border part, I'll just talk a bit about the fact that what this entire broomstick issue also, and how the government has been very proactive in ensuring that we are able to help the farmers. So number one, it was the MDA-1 government that had classified, or I should say made sure that the broomstick came out from the classification of a forest product. And by doing that, we have put into an agro-forest-based product which ensures that the taxes or different kind of provisions which are there when it comes to forest products will not be there anymore for the broomstick. So the broomstick would come under the agroforestry product, which would ensure that the people would no longer have to pay anything to government of Meghalaya for any kind of movement of their products. So that is a very, very big step that was taken by the MDA-1 government to ensure that we are able to give a big relief to the people of our state. So that's number one, so that the honorable member knows that we are very concerned about broomstick farmers, and we realize that we need to take concrete steps about it, and we have done it as a government, sir. Number two, sir, the different points mentioned regarding the different check gates that are there, and the different points where the collection is being done. So the Karbi Anglong Autonomous District Council has set up 4 gates in different locations which are in the areas of differences, sir. Now, let me just also, for the knowledge of the House, mention that this is not something that has just happened today or yesterday or last year. This has been going on for a long time, sir. And this is, in fact, again, I come back to the same point, that one of the main reasons why we realize that all these things are creating, and he himself has mentioned, creating a lot of problems for our farmers, and this needs to stop. And that's precisely the reason why, in spite of all the challenges and difficulties and problems and the different political narratives that have come out in the past, the MDA government has been firm that we need to ultimately find a solution and add to the border issue. And therefore, in spite of all the difficulties, sir, we are very, very determined to go ahead and find a solution so that precisely problems like these don't continue. So that people can then live in peace, people are safe, and people are able to do their economic activities as they wish. And hence, sir, based on this, the deputy commissioners had met in the month of March 2022 from Karbi Anglong district and from Ribhoi district. And this particular issue of 7 rupees per kg, not 8 rupees, 7 rupees per kg issue had been brought out at the level of the deputy commissioners. So this discussion has been going on. This has been informed to the Assam counterpart and to the deputy commissioner of the West Karbi Anglong district. And as you are aware, sir, the Karbi Anglong Autonomous District Council is autonomous, and hence it's a third level of, government, in the sense that we have the Meghalaya government, Assam government, and we have the Karbi Anglong Autonomous District Council. We have to speak to them at a separate level. So these discussions are on with all these different stakeholders at different level. And in the next meeting, Honorable Member also is now a member of the regional committee. And therefore, these issues will be discussed in those meetings that we have. And we are working hard, sir, to ensure that our people don't suffer in this manner. As I said, sir, this is a very complex situation. Different activities take place at different levels. And wherever the steps could be taken from the Meghalaya state government side to resolve certain issues have been done. We have taken up this matter in March 2022. So there is precisely 1 year back, this matter has been taken up with the Assam counterparts. And based on that, we are working hard to ensure that these kind of different issues can be resolved in the days to come, sir. But ultimately, the final solution to this entire issue is going to be based on the final solution to the areas of differences.